Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kiera Lanice, and today we are jumping right in with our nail tutorial. I am using PolyGels today in this video. This is my first time doing a full PolyGel set, and I got this set of PolyGels from Aliexpress. I think it was only a couple of dollars. It probably took about I think like 3 to 4 weeks to get to me. It wasn't bad at all. It was very inexpensive. It also came with this little sculpting tool that has a brush on one side and then a side so you can actually scrape the polygel and then put it on the nail to shape it, which was handy and neat. And then I also used this base gel and my UV LED lamp. I will leave a link in the description box below for all the items that I used in this video. I just wanted to come on and show you guys a beginner video because I'm not experienced, I'm self-taught. But it was a pretty self-explanatory process, but it does take practice and a learning curve. It's not the easiest process. And so some of the products I started off using was the Bioswift gel, dual forms, and I also have my primer. I also needed to use an SPF like sunscreen skin protector. I like gel nails, but the thing is for me personally is that the tips of my fingertips, they wouldn't blister up really bad, but they would get really sensitive, and then eventually my skin would just start peeling. So for like the first 2 weeks I would have my nails done, my fingertips would peel and it would be really, really sensitive. I didn't like it. And so after a while I just stopped doing gel nails. Or using UV lights for gel polishes. And so that's why I haven't done gel nails in a long time, because I would be like, why is my fingers blistering up? Everyone else is fine. But some people actually do have allergic reactions or reactions to the UV light, because I originally, when I did this, I think I did like one nail before, and I used an LED light and it was fine. It didn't come out super neat, but I was just trying it out when I first got the product like last year. But then when I use this particular lamp, it's a UV and LED light, and so my fingers would blister up really, really bad. And before, I never really thought to use sunscreen, and so recently me and my husband was researching a lot of different sunscreens, and so I was like, okay, maybe if I do the gel nails, we'll try out this sunscreen, see if it works, and it actually did. So in the beginning of the video, I pretty much showed you guys all of the tools that I used. I'll be listing them down in the description box below. The polygels actually came with the little tool that I showed you guys. It's like one side is the sculpting tool to actually get the polygel onto the form or your nail if you're using the other like the paper forms that you put under your nail. I'm also using a base gel on my nails first. Like I will file my nails and then put on the gel base, cure it for about, I want to say 75 seconds. And then I would put, like you can see me now, putting a little bead of the polygel onto the dual form. And what I've learned is that you really have to, you don't really want to drag the polygel down the nail. You kind of want to just apply a little pressure and just make it even around the nail. Like you want to kind of pressure it down a little bit, but don't drag it too much. Also, it should be thinner around the base. So for me, what I was doing, I was kind of making it even for the entire feel of the nail, but you should make it thinner at the base, because then when you press it onto your nail, the polygel will ooze out of the sides, and then it kind of looks thick and it just looks more messy that way. You have to do more filing. If you file too much, it'll kind of break pieces off of where the nail is, and you don't want that. So this is all just a learning video because I was learning as I went. So as you guys can see here, I pretty much dipped it in the primer nail solution. It's the same solution you would use as if you were using your acrylics, and you pretty much just dip it in that solution. You don't want it to be too wet, because then it'll the solution will kind of run down the nail form, and you don't want that. You kind of just want it to be moist enough to actually get the polygel to move as fluid as you want. And then you want to press it down from the base of your nail, applying pressure and making sure it's even on the nail. And then like you see me doing here, you know, I was trying to scrape it off the sides, make it even, shape it up evenly underneath the nail. It wasn't a bad process. It is kind of tedious a little bit, you know, to actually sit down and do. I think it took me like 3 hours to do my nails this day, and I think it lasted like a week. Something I would definitely do for next time is that I want to try the actual nail forms that stick together that you put under your nails, like the sticker kind. The dual forms are fine, but I would say apply a thin layer at the base of the nail so it's not super thick and it doesn't overflow around the cuticle and the sides of your nail, because then it looks messy. So I'm pretty much doing that for every nail, and you'll see me go in and shape it up for every nail. So I'll pretty much let you guys see the rest of the video, and then I'll come back. So I pretty much finished the hand here, and I was trying to make sure that all the forms wasn't bumping into anything else or knocking into each other to kind of make them uneven. And so my ring finger here on the dual forms, they kind of have lines to let you know to keep the same length of every nail. And so this particular ring finger was shorter than the rest of the nails, and so I added a small bead on the side, and then went in and shaped it in to the nail after I had already cured the other ones. I just put the dual form back on. I was holding it down with my middle finger, as you can see, and then just shaped in the rest of the polygel that I used. This isn't a bad process. If I wasn't picking at my nails to see how long they would last, it probably would have lasted me maybe 2.5 to 3 weeks, which is about the normal time of like acrylics or normal gels. And also there are some sections of my nails where it wasn't as strong as the other ones, and so I think that's why those were kind of fragile and Two of my nails broke off. But like I said, I am not experienced. This is me learning as I go. I wanted to share this beginner video with you guys because I know it's hard seeing other people YouTube videos and it's like, oh, everybody else is really good at this. And then when you try to do your own or try to follow a tutorial, it's like, oh, mine didn't come out nice. This set, for actually being my first polygel set, actually came out okay. It was just around the base of the nail. Should have been a little thinner. I will give you that. But they fairly came out neat, the same length. I shaped them up into coffins. I like coffins and stilettos mostly. This is my right hand that I was finishing up and had to file and shape out. It did take me a while, but I was trying to get them to look perfect, or at least better than what they were. So let me know if you guys like this video, if you guys have tried polygels, or if you want to try polygels. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel, comment down below. Thanks for checking out this video, and catch me in my next one.